All right, so we're back. I almost did my radio intro there. I was about to say our station call letters and everything. But so episode 8 has come and gone. So what do we got? 2 more, right?
Only 2 more.
2 more.
And then only 14 after that, and everything's done forever.
Is it only 14 episodes left of the show, period?
That's what y'all be telling me all the time.
I know that they said next season's going to be shorter, but I didn't know for sure if that was going to be like, the only that's it.
I thought that was the deal. They were going to split up the season, and that's going to be it.
God, I hope not. Why does it have to end?
It doesn't have to, man. There's so many stories to tell.
Really is. The Hound's back and kicking ass.
Mm-hmm. With an axe.
Well, I was just about to try to make a terrible pun with an axe and ass, but I just want to save you guys trouble. So yeah, he's back and not very happy.
No,
but you know what? Like we said off mic, that's what you get when you ram your finger up a young boy's ass and you don't ask him, right?
Dude, that was so heinous.
I mean, if he
and then he smelt it, yo. Yeah. He fucking smelt it.
That was disgusting.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
So for the reasons that some folks won't watch Game of Thrones, i.e. butthole play and penises, we got a little bit of both this episode.
You think that's what those 2 young boys were around the campfire for, just to get sodomized later in the night?
I don't know.
Giving up head and stuff like that?
I mean, obviously, they were into the ladies. I mean, he was willing to kiss a guy to learn. I thought for sure he was going to teach him the French kiss. And I was like, I wonder what they're going to call it, being, I guess, France doesn't exist in this world.
Westeros smooching, yeah. I don't know.
The Winterfell wonder. But yeah, so you stick your finger up your butt, someone's butt, anyways, and they don't give you permission. The Hound's coming for you with an axe. So he got some revenge. We saw Arya did live, thank God. Mm-hmm. She wasn't really in the best of places when we left her last, but she's alive. Sadly, Lady Crane is not.
Poor Lady Crane.
Yeah,
and she got it too. I mean, that was bad.
She looked like she was impaled on a chair, like on the bottom of a stool or something.
I thought they were going to go a whole different. I thought that Arya was going to get hooked on the milk of the poppy, and she was going to go crawling back to the Assassin's Creed people and be like, "I got to have that sweet milk. I'll kill whoever you want, Big Daddy. I'll kill him. Give me that milk."
It's going to be almost like an intervention later on with like Jon Snow and Sansa set her down.
I thought she was going to kill Lady Crane, peel her face off just to trade it for some milk.
Arya, since you've started the poppy, you're not even the same person.
Well, see, I was wondering because if somebody's chasing you, you want to keep your wits about you. You don't want to dull your senses, right?
Yeah,
that's like a fugitive going to a bar and getting shit-faced drunk.
Well, it's just been a long day, I think. I think she's just ready to chill,
she
man.
gets stabbed in the gut a couple of times, and you've got this
take that edge off.
Chick chasing you, who is no longer a girl has no face.
Yeah, she ain't chasing nobody now.
That was pretty slick how she cut the candle, and then it, just apparently at some point cut her face off.
I mean, all that miserable stuff they put her through to train her to be the best, she used it against them in the end and took it to them.
Because that girl had never fought. I don't think she was ever blinded, was she?
Not that we saw. Yeah,
probably not though.
Yeah, that was badass. Lots going on this episode. We've got Daenerys finally back.
Yes.
Tyrion kind of floating on cloud 9 because his negotiations seem to have got the land more at peace and productive right now, and people aren't sitting around bitching anymore. So he's feeling kind of good about himself.
So is it it's the slavers who are attacking?
No, I don't think that was the slavers at all, right? That was Daenerys and her people. Or did Daenerys
they were being attacked.
Was that what that was?
I think it was the master. Because didn't
the masters were coming back for their
Tyrion's
stuff.
Like, I'll go ahead and say it. This is my fault. But what are we going to do?
So where Daenerys and them came through the back door? I mean, she's got like an entire army with her now, right?
They just showed up or whatever. Like the slavers are at the bay, like just shooting, I guess, white wildfire or whatever.
And the Dothraki are with Daenerys, along with the Unsullied.
Well, I don't know if they're there yet because, I mean, she has the dragon, so she's has the ability
she
to
might
fly.
have just flew there. Oh, I didn't think about that. I was just thinking, like, yes, they're behind her.
Because the dragon, like, flies off, I guess, going back to where they were, I guess, to guide them.
And the whole pyramid, like, rumbled right before she walked up in there, so it must have landed and perched.
On the...
That sucks. Well, maybe the dragon will just fly around and knock out the.
At first, when I saw the ships, like I thought it might have been like Yara and Theon.
That's what I was hoping.
Or but I'm thinking it's got to be it's got to be Euron probably, right? I mean, or is it just the slavers? Or
just the slavers, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think Euron. I mean, he's tasked them to build 1,000 ships with no trees.
Yeah, when I first saw it, like I thought it could be Euron, and then I was just like, "There's no way that he could have built that many ships that quickly."
They're gonna have like mud ships coming across. They're like, "Hurry, they're melting!"
Like just like old like rafts that Abraham Lincoln would be riding on, Mark Twain style.
Yeah, so no, I don't think he's coming. We didn't see Theon and his sister this episode, so hopefully she, had a good time with the whore, and now it's back to business.
Yeah.
And let's see. So again, we saw the. I'm just excited about the Hound. I just love the shit talking he was giving.
You think he's going to join the Brotherhood?
I don't know.
Probably not.
He did. I mean, I could see it happening, but he didn't seem too fond of the idea.
Well, he talked about joining. He said, "I tried to join before,
right,
and he saw how that worked out." But like, I mean, he was just chilling with him though.
Like when he told what's his face, "I've killed you before."
Yeah, I'll do it again.
I'll do it again. I was better than you then. I'm better than you now.
But the reasoning and logic behind like what they were doing, what they had the 3 men in the noose, all in the noose or whatever,
right.
And he's like, I want them. They're mine. And he was like, "We'll give you one. I want 2." Like they were negotiating, like who's gonna kill him, and oh man, like it was kind of bittersweet for him because he wanted to chop him up.
I know hanging was just too quick for the Hound. I kind of was just hoping he would axe them. I mean, they deserve it.
Let me ask you a question. Like that'd be great if he just started using one-liners like that.
I got to ask you something. And then we got to see his brother, the Mountain, just straight savage. I mean, just ripped someone's head off. No problem. I mean, that was sick.
He was like gutting a trout. I mean, he just pulled that stuff right on out, threw it to the side, and left
those guys weren't too faithful that their God was going to protect them at that point, where they kind of backed off because they're like, oh, it's going to be violence, and then one guy gets his head ripped off, and they're all just like, okay, we're out.
But Cersei kind of shot herself in the foot with that one because I mean, Tommen came back with no more trial by combat.
That was her only way out.
Yep.
It's the fact that she had a zombie mountain.
But I mean, he was kind of right, I mean, that's just like if you're a rich dude and you're on trial, you can just hire the best sword in the land to straight up get you off.
Man, I thought about the philosophy behind that when I was watching it, because I was like, okay, but here's the deal. If you really are trusting that the gods want you dead and it's up to them, wouldn't they somehow make, still, like I could see that. I don't believe in it. I believe you just got the better swordsman.
Right.
But, according to them, they say it's up to the gods to decide now. Well, if the gods truly want me dead, won't they make this guy trip up or see a pair of boobs out in the crowd, something to get him sidetracked and get a sword in the neck or something? So it's like, I see what you're saying, but like with them, it's like, well, if your gods are so...
Where's your faith at now?
Yeah, I mean, David and Goliath, motherfucker.
But I mean, when you're talking about the mountain, though, I mean, that's kind of a...
Not fair fight for anybody.
They just saw him get stabbed in the chest and look at the dude. Yeah.
No.
That was awesome. I love the Mountain.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he'll die at some point, but I'd love to see him go to war with the White Walkers too.
Do you think we're going to see the Cleganes go at it?
That'd be cool. Like the Hound gets his revenge for burning my face.
Eating my chickens.
But I mean, I would love to see the zombie mountain fighting the White Walkers. That would just my request is simple. I'm sure the people that are like live this show are thinking, oh, that's too simplistic. I just want to see all of the badasses on the battlefield fighting the White Walkers.
Mm-hmm. Battle Royale.
With like Valyrian steel weapons and actually just like cutting through the ranks, Lots will die, I'm sure, but...
So, with the whole revelation of Cersei kind of like being doomed to stand trial now, do you think Jaime's going to make it back in time for the trial and try to save her?
Maybe. I feel like she's about ready to run.
Because when he was at River Run, he was talking about like how he's doing it all for Cersei.
Right.
Like nobody else matters really to him.
Yeah. That was brutal. Well, see, you kind of felt bad for Jaime. I mean, the guy had a good point. Are you really a good guy? And it's like, really, no. He's done some really crappy stuff. But... he was trying to take the nice approach to begin with. Really, with his intentions were clear. I want the castle.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to have to, murder you in front. Let's just give me the castle and everything can be okay. And I guess finally, once he realized this guy wasn't playing, he's like, okay, I'll put your freaking baby in a catapult and shoot it over the walls, pal. I'm not playing.
I think Jaime's going to make it home just in time to see Cersei's head in the basket.
Oh,
I think
so?
that's going to officially like sever him from the crown, you know?
Yeah.
And he'll go back up and join up with Brienne and like a Lannister fighting with the North. How wild would that be?
You don't think that he'll try to take his army and attack?
Do you think the North would even have Jaime Lannister though?
Huh?
Do you think that they would?
I don't know.
You know, he's got a bad rap. I mean, he's a Kingslayer. He does his sister.
Yeah,
he's,
at this point, though, if he's got an army and he's willing to help out, I think they'd take him
Beggars
in.
can't
Think
be
so.
choosers.
Yeah.
True that.
And plus, Brienne's putting a good word in for him. They're probably going to start bumping uglies. And
I love Bronn finally comes up and is like, you think they're fucking?
yeah.
He's like, I'd do it. Oh, man. Yeah, when he was fighting her squire, I was like, man, this is too familiar. Earlier of the older guy with the younger guy. Let's keep those fingers to ourselves. But but Brienne can't get with Jaime. She's got to save herself for Tormund. The bear lover.
Oh.
He can tame a bear, certainly. He can give Brienne.
I mean, who knows? Maybe there'll be a three-way.
Yeah, some tag
down
team
the line.
action.
And Brienne can be like, I've already tangoed with a bear, if you know what I'm saying.
She could probably take 2 minute ones. I mean, we've seen her take on at least 3 or 4, in battle.
You think Jaime's got like different extensions for his hand to specifically pleasure a woman? You think so?
He has one hand, like on the end of it, the index finger is just a feather. Like that's all it is.
One of them, he's just got one finger pointing, but it's a lot longer than the other ones.
Lord.
Oh man, yeah, that would be interesting. I'm sure that
A shocker hand.
I like the idea about Cersei. I hadn't thought about that. That is, I feel like she's ready to run. But we had said last week, that is it possible that she's finally shit out of luck? Like there's no
Certainly
more.
seems that way.
No more, treacherous action she could take to save herself. That would be really. I mean, yeah, you'd see Jaime go crazy, just pull up right as roll up, just. I said pull up. He's not driving a car. Right up and just watch her head fall.
He'd definitely be ready to stab another king, that's for sure. Even though the king's his son, man.
Man, Tommen's an idiot. He's just an idiot. It's like Joffrey was a psycho bastard, but at least he was his own psycho bastard.
Mm-hmm.
At least he thought for himself.
Tom got a little piece of Marjorie and just
she put that fire on him. He said he just wanted to lay in bed and make babies all day. I remember that episode back where I was thinking, wouldn't we all, Tommen?
Apparently, Marjorie, she promised him her wifely duties, and now Cersei's going to trial.
Yeah.
And do we think that that's really Marjorie's? Do you think she's really converted, or do you think she's still just playing them? I know she sent the rose and all that.
I think she's playing them, but I don't know what her end game is yet.
Right.
Because her brother's about to go on trial. Is she going to try to convince Tommen to save him, or?
Now I wonder what the sentencing is. Like, is it definitely going to be death, or could they just be like banished? I mean, have they ever said like straight up if they're found guilty they're going to die?
I mean, I really don't know what's going to happen. I thought that Cersei had already been punished.
That's what with her walk of atonement and all that. Yeah, I thought that was her punishment.
I guess that was just her saying I'm sorry.
Yeah,
in the Lord's eyes.
Crap in a bucket and walk around town butt naked and get crap thrown at you, and it's just like, well, that was just the first phase of your punishment.
That's just like releasing her on parole, Yeah. That's all that was.
Your parole's been approved.
No.
Let's see. Who else did we see this episode? Again, Bronn. It's good to see Bronn there in good spirits, teaching
even
her
if he's
squire to
just goofing
fight.
around, it is good to see him.
I like Bronn. I really kind of feel betrayed by Bronn, though, when he not betrayed, but refused to fight for Tyrion,
Yeah.
You don't blame him. It's the mountain. But
that juice just wasn't worth the squeeze.
No. But ever since then, I was like, maybe, he's all about that money. And apparently booty, because he will do anybody.
He likes both of them, and usually they go hand in hand, especially in Westeros.
I'm trying to think. So, all right, the Blackfish is dead. Like Matt said, we saw 2 deaths off screen. You don't usually see that, with this show.
Yeah. Usually you see people die. And, this is the first time I think we've not seen people die, and we know that they're dead.
Right. Like, it's
for sure.
We saw a girl's face, so we know she's gone.
Yeah, the Blackfish told him he would die before he gave up his homeland, and he took, that's what he did.
Respect, though.
Yeah.
I kind of,
I didn't realize he was at the Red Wedding until this episode. He said he ran off from the Red Wedding.
I didn't think about that until afterwards.
I didn't even know.
But, I kind of like what Brienne said, though. She had a point, though. It's like, don't die for pride when you can fight for your blood. Like, I guess in their mind, it's like running is the ultimate cowardice, stand and fight. And I would agree, except for that makes a lot more sense. Like, hey, you can come fight. I'm going for the Jon Snow effort here. I want their army to be bigger. Oh, hell yeah.
Getting cut down by a bunch of Lannister goons.
Slide over,
I'd be like, yeah, move on over, Brienne. We getting up out of here. Do you think Jaime would have let her row off if the Blackfish had been in there with her? Like, he obviously saw it was her and her squire, but if Blackfish
had been in there, he got the castle. I reckon so. He got the castle.
I don't think it would have mattered, or unless he was fearing that Blackfish was going to come back with a bigger army or something.
I mean, he just wanted to kind of rub doo-doo in his face after they had that talk, and he was like, I ain't giving up this castle. And he's like, yeah, you're going to give up this castle.
I mean, and I'm sure back in those days, if you took the castle, you had to kill the king or the lord or whoever was over top of it. But do you think Jaime was going to kill the Blackfish? I mean, was that the game to execute him, or do you think, he might have
I think he was going to do whatever he needed to do.
Yeah.
Like, he wanted to talk to him, so obviously, like, I don't think he had plans to kill him.
No. Not just yet, at least.
Yeah.
Like I said, he kind of wanted to rub crap in his face and be like, so you're not giving up the castle?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to think, man. It's just this episode was I've loved every episode this season, but like you told me early in the gym, it's definitely building up for some serious stuff. And we know the season finale this season is going to be longer.
So you filled me in on that.
Yep, it's going to be longer. The Battle of the Bastards, right? Is that
the next episode?
That next episode, or is that the
I think that's the next episode?
Yeah.
We hope that means Jon Snow.
Because with the preview for next episode, we got to see it's like the Jon Snow and Ramsey like on opposite ends of the battlefield.
Oh, really?
Just kind of like eyeballing each other and sizing each other up. So, and then we saw like some crazy fight scenes.
Jon Snow, man, I tell you what, since he's come back, he's definitely, you could see where like a little part of him was left in death. I mean, he's kind of like emo Jon Snow now.
Yeah, in the preview, like he tells, I think he tells Melisandre, he was like, if I fall in battle, don't bring me back.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
You know what? I was going to say Jon Snow and Ramsey Bolton, but screw that bastard. We're not giving him, literally, we're not giving him the honor of having a last name. He's Snow too, so we got the Battle of the Snows.
Yeah.
Ramsey Bolton. He's only half Bolton.
He's no Michael.
I was waiting for the Michael reference.
Yeah, of course.
That's how the battle's going to start. Michael Bolton's going to be in the
Gordon
middle.
Either. He's no Gordon either.
But yeah, so the big stuff coming next episode. JP, I know we're running short on time.
I've got to get to work. I know.
You've got 5 minutes.
Yeah, as long as I leave here till at about 3. What haven't we covered? What's left?
Let's see. On this episode, what else have like? Said,
what about the telling jokes?
I love that.
That like the writing is like they're including like so much comic relief this season, and I think that's because like the writers are just kind of like feeling like, hey, we got the freedom to do it now. And like, I mean, how's the season gonna end, or how's the show gonna end? Is it gonna end like a rom-com like montage? It's hard to say what it is I see in you.
Michael Bolton's gonna cover that too.
It is beautiful though. Just the show's never been darker as far as the circumstances, but there's so much levity and lightheartedness. I do like that.
Has left.
Yeah, Varys is on a secret mission.
Yeah, he's on a secret mission, and I love when Tyrion corrects him when he's like, with the most famous imp, when he's like, Varys, the most famous. Does he say imp? Is that what he says?
I think
dwarf. Imp or dwarf?
Yeah, dwarf. Yeah, it's like the most famous dwarf in the world. Like, get it right, bitch. But yeah, I really want him and Jaime to reconcile at some point. Having a little brother, like, I really, I like their relationship because Jaime was always really good to Tyrion, but now he obviously thinks that Tyrion killed his father. So
I think as long as you don't shoot your dad with a crossbow when he's taking a dump, you guys will probably be good.
Yeah,
that really poisoned their relationship, the whole murdering their dad thing.
Yeah, I'm sure most relationships do get a little awkward when you shoot your father.
Yeah,
I can't wait for next week, the Battle of the Bastards. Do you think we haven't seen Littlefinger much this season, like a time or two, and that's it, right?
I think he'll pop back up.
I mean,
I think his time's coming. I'm telling you, Littlefinger.
No, he's going to survive. He's a survivor. He's going to end up as the Warden of the North. He's going to marry Sansa, and they're going to they're going to.
I think he's lost his chance to marry Sansa.
Nah, I think
I think
she loves him, man. Like I've been saying all along.
No,
that's why she didn't tell Jon Snow about their secret meeting. Because she's in love with him.
I think she just wants to keep Littlefinger alive for the time being because much like he does with other people, I think she realizes that she can use him by him using other people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Use him for her wifely pleasures.
Fulfill your husbandly duties. Duties.
So, I got a question for you guys. When Cersei is, she's talking to, was it Qyburn,
mm-hmm.
and he talks about that rumor that she asked about. Like, do you know what that rumor was that she asked about?
Oh, yeah. Right after Tommen had decreed his new decree, No, I was wondering the same thing. I felt like such a terrible Game of Thrones fan because I'm like,
do we know what the rumor is? I mean,
it was brought up at the beginning of the season, I think, but I can't remember.
I can't either.
Maybe, well, you know what? That might be her next move. Maybe she's not going to die. Maybe she's about to have some serious dirt on someone and swing things in her favor.
She'll use that at the last minute.
Because that's what Cersei would have been awesome in modern day high school as one of those like it chicks that just get what she wants. I mean,
so you think like right after they give their judgment, she's just going to whisper in the High Sparrow's ear and his jaw's going to drop and he's going to be like, you know what? Never mind. So
they're going to compare this to like the Catholic thing. It's going to be like, I know what you've been doing with those little sparrows.
I definitely don't wear ladies' underpants.
I definitely don't have the clap.
No, not me.
The gods say you're fine. Oh man! So like, what do? And obviously, for those listening, this one's a little bit rushed. So of course, we're just trying to hit the highlights. So don't.
Which just because I got to run off, don't mean you guys can't keep talking.
No, I mean the episodes are better, I think, when they're condensed, anyways.
Just don't be dissing me once I walk out the room.
It's like as soon as he goes, Matt's like, "Oh, thank God."
Is it because I've been so gassy today?
I mean, that's not been pleasant.
Right.
I'm just going to be honest with you.
So, all right. So I've done some research.
That's why you were so quiet over there.
Yeah. I was trying to figure this out.
Thought he was judging the shit out of us. He's over there just like, you know what, this is
fuck you guys. Like, no, but like apparently, she talks about wildfire, the existence of wildfire, or production of wildfire. That was one of the rumors. But the little birds are all over the place supposedly, and it could be about Daenerys' dragons, possibly.
The mountain and wildfire is all you need. Mm-hmm. You just throw the wildfire and the mountain just walks through, like chopping everybody that's alive up.
We haven't seen. But I mean, we haven't seen the other two dragons. You think Cersei's got them? Well,
they're still locked up, right? No, he unchained them. Right?
Unchained them,
but they didn't fly off.
They done find them a new blonde bitch. Yeah.
They
still down there, right?
They could have gotten out because they were free to go. I think at that point. So I mean, I guess they would go hunt and maybe use that as their dragon house.
I don't know. Cersei might have.
But I mean, she might know about the dragons at least and try to get one or something like that.
We know one person who is not going to team up with the Daenerys is going to be Jaime Lannister. I mean, he's the one that stabbed her father in the back, right? Was it her father that he killed?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So. Pretty sure we won't see Jaime fighting alongside. Mm-mm. I mean, obviously Tyrion is made friends with her, but I don't know. I just don't see the Kingslayer teaming up with the King, unless they all have to team up to fight the White Walkers, because that's the real threat. They're all squabbling over little stuff.
I think when it comes down to it, they're either going to have to band together, or they're going to.
I wonder how many betrayals we'll see on the battlefield. Like while they're fighting the White Walkers, like you'll just see Daenerys kind of walk up behind Jaime and be like.
I don't know, man. It's going to be too much going on.
That'd be a wicked end for Jaime.
I think everybody's going to have their hands full.
Jaime stabs him in the back. Says, "How does it feel?"
He stabs himself in the back
with his one good hand.
He just like, I've got an itch I can't reach.
With just this one hand, my depth perception is off. Totally was going for the guy in front of me.
He just goes to like scratch his back and accidentally digs too deep.
He's got the sword in the prosthetic hand, and he's like, I just couldn't quite fill it out as good. So, yeah. I don't know. I think we've got most of everything. Is there anything you could think of that we missed? We talked about the butthole action, the Hound's wiener. Mm-hmm. Blackfish is dead. The castle has been taken. Tyrion looking a bit like a fool.
A little bit.
And he doesn't even have his pants on the ground.
Yeah.
We've got Daenerys is back. We
Yeah.
don't know that her army's with her, but she's back. She got a dragon, so I mean,
Arya's no longer just a girl. She's
Yeah.
Arya Stark.
that was badass. The Hound referencing probably Brienne of Tarth when he said, "I've
Yeah.
had girls try to kill me before. Girls way tougher than you."
Yeah.
I don't know why I was thinking Arya at first, but then I really remembered Arya didn't really try to kill him after a while, but
Yeah.
I'm sure he still thinks she's a tough chick. But so I think that's the bulk of it, right? Any little
yeah.
details? We wish our eunuch friend much luck. I would just
Wherever
be
he's going.
I'd be so distraught if something happened to him, and I think Tyrion would too. You think that's going to be Tyrion's true love? One eunuch, one imp. A love story
man.
defying the odds. No, but I do like their their relationship. I think it brings a lot of good comedy to the show.
They're good.
Very
pals.
intelligent humor between the two of them. It's not just the dumb poop jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dumb penis jokes. But yeah, so that's episode 8 in the bag. What do you give it rating wise, Matt?
Let's go with a 7.5 on
No
this one.
shit,
Yeah,
that's-
7.5. Yeah.
That was going to be my rating. I'll
I
go 8 just so that I don't look like I'm trying to be like the cool kids over there.
I was gonna say like a 9.5.
Really?
Just because
of
it-
its setting things up.
Yeah,
you
just because
think?
I think it's gonna make for a really awesome season finale.
I think next episode is going to be amazing.
Yeah, well, generally, like episode 9 is like the climax of everything, and then we just get like prologue in episode 10.
I cannot believe we're only 2 Sundays away from this season
Because
being over with.
we're gonna see a huge battle next episode.
At Winterfell.
Yeah, with the two
Death
bastards.
predictions?
I think Ramsey is gonna bite the dust at least before the end of the season. I don't know if he's
God,
gonna.
I hope so.
I don't
I
know
hope
what's gonna happen next episode or not.
It's got to be brutal too. Don't let Jon Snow just walk up and stab him. I mean, like
I want to
let's-
see 1-1 just stomping motherfuckers. man.
So anybody you can think? You got Tormund. You got. Am I saying his name right? Is it
Tormund, yeah.
Tormund. You've got the. I'm just going from here forward. He'll be known as the Bear Humper. We've got the Bear Humper. I'm trying to think of who else is going into this battle that could die. I hope 1-1 don't die because he was taking. The White Walkers. He had them crawling all over him.
Yeah.
He just was walking out of there like a boss. So he would be useful in the big battle.
yeah. I think he's gonna survive. He's like one of the last living giants, I guess.
Yeah.
So I want to see him carry on.
Yeah.
So we got a 7.5, a 8, and a 9.5.
Yeah.
Booyah. So, and I think you'd raise it, I guess, if next episode is just so amazing off of what was set up off of this. I don't see anything wrong with going back, going, you know what, just for its efforts and the assist.
Sure.
It's like an alley-oop, you know what I mean? Like, this is the
Yeah.
assister. I'll give it a little bit higher. But awesome, JP might possibly be fired from his job at this point, so I think we need to let him go.
Yeah. The next episode, we're going to start this as a subscription podcast.
Right.
So, anyway.
Yeah, JP's demanded us to pay his salary now.
Yeah.
But, all right, well, I had a good time as always. I'm Justin.
I'm Matt.
And I'm JP.
We'll catch you next week.